Hey folks, I'm Chris, and this is Short Pours. Today I have a Short Pours review of an interesting little bottle here called Smoke and Oak. I recently tried this bottle, and believe me, between the story and the drink itself, it offers a taste that is as unique as the Pacific Northwest landscape itself. This bottle does something fun and different to push the boundaries of how ingredients are used in order to both satisfy local craft distillery regulations while doing something really different. Stick around and I'll tell you all about the oak they used, which is the only oak native to British Columbia, and how, despite it being illegal to harvest here, this bottle managed to use it. But first, let's give it a review. We're looking at 46% here, so let's give it a pour. Color-wise, it's really light, like a amber or a bright yellow gold. The nose on this, the nose is just light as the color. Given the name Smoke and Oak, I was expecting something really powerful, but instead it's sweet with just the faintest wisp of smoke. Maybe something like fresh barley. Yeah, fresh barley, a nice fresh wood. If you drink Odd Society, you get that distinctive mouthfeel, a little oily but in a good way. While the smoke was light on the nose, it really comes through here now on the palate, long with a sweet white smoke. It kind of reminds me of summertime and campfires. That sweet nose turns into something more like brown sugar. Brown sugar with oats, kind of like an oat cookie. The oak is bright and young, nothing too strong and woody, just subtle, and a very unique oak, a flavor I don't think I've experienced before. Yeah. Oat cookie with a nice light oak. It finishes with something almost like a root beer and a waxiness, with that bright smoke still lingering. Not long, really nice finish to it. So what's happening here? First, Garry Oak is the only species of oak that is native to British Columbia. They aren't huge oak trees, but instead they're almost like a tall shrub. The branches are often twisted, gnarled, and a dark grayish brown. Importantly, Garry Oak ecosystems often have an understory of meadows and grasslands, which provide really important habitat to a huge diversity of other plants and animals. So while it's not endangered, it is protected here in British Columbia and cannot be harvested. So where do they get Garry Oak from? Washington State, just south of the border from us. Second, craft distillery regulations in British Columbia say that a distillery must use 100% BC agricultural inputs. So how do they use Garry Oak from Washington if you need to use 100% BC agricultural inputs? In short, they smoked a small amount of malt using the Garry Oak, but they didn't use the malt in their mash. Instead, they placed it in their gin basket in their still. They then aged the whiskey in once used American white oak, I believe it was ex-bourbon casks if I recall, for 4 years. To hear more about this, I had the pleasure of speaking with Gordon, the distiller, all about it. Make sure you check that out next. So, to wrap it up here, this unique whiskey has such a fun story and a unique process that if you enjoy new and interesting things, you should definitely check it out. I'm a huge fan of their attempt at really showcasing the unique Pacific Northwest Garry Oak, and I absolutely love the idea behind it, and like I said, the taste is as unique as the Pacific Northwest landscape itself. Personally, I think I might roast a couple marshmallows and pair it with this. That sweetness would really bring out that campfire smoke nicely. I'll definitely be sharing this bottle with friends when they come over, and I can't wait to see what Odd Society puts out next. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.